All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. First off, I want to say thank you to everyone who has followed me and showing that support, that feedback on the channel. Really much appreciated. Getting right into it, today's topic, I want to talk about when nothing is going wrong. I hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Has been a great week. Hope everyone is having a good one too. I remember if you guys like my content, feel free to leave me some feedback, or even if you hate it, just tell me too, right? um, so we're going over the topic when nothing bad is happening or when nothing is going wrong, right? And the first thing that comes to my head when I see that nothing is going wrong, I usually expect the worst. I'm thinking, it's been so good for so long. Nothing wrong has happened in a long time. Bills are good. No one's gotten sick. Marriage is great. Hasn't been any arguing. The motions through church are just going so smoothly. And I've noticed that I have this thought in my head that always tells me, why are you not doing enough? If it's if nothing's happening right now, then you should be expecting the worst to come up because that's just how life is, right? That's how it always is. And I've learned that with those thoughts comes the point of understanding that they're just thoughts. There's nothing that those thoughts can physically do to you. Now, emotionally, they can stress you out. They can make you feel like you're not good enough. They can make you feel like you're embarrassed for yourself. They make you feel like it's not worth it. And they tell you that just keep waiting and something bad's gonna happen. And I don't want that in my life. I don't want those little thoughts to try to confuse me and try to make me feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not doing enough. It has been a while, but I've learned that I've heard this one. I'm not sure if it was like a preaching or if it was just like a class, but this girl asked, how do I get rid of those thoughts that are in my head that tell me that I'm not good enough, I'm not beautiful, I'm not ever going to be good enough? And he said, with those thoughts, we have to understand that they're just thoughts at the end of the day. Nothing has happened with those, but you have to acknowledge them just the same way that you acknowledge trash in your house. You know you have it, so you put it in the trash can. You don't leave it in your rooms. You don't let it take over your kitchen. You don't let it take over your bedrooms, your living rooms, all around your house, right? You put it where it's supposed to be. So you're acknowledging it and you're putting it in the area that you know it's not for you. It is that bad side that you need to get rid of and that needs to go in that dumpster per se. And just like a memory card or just like your hard drive in your computer, you just clear it out. It gets cleared out eventually. So I know a big thing was that just the thoughts in my head telling me, hey, those intrusive thoughts in my head telling me just be careful because you never know what can happen. You never know what's the next thing that's going to come up. You don't know when something bad's going to happen. But as long as you acknowledge them, you can understand that just because you're doing good doesn't mean that something bad's always going to happen. It could mean the exact opposite. I mean, it could mean nothing at all, and it just means that you've just been doing good. Sometimes you just got to acknowledge that I've been doing so good that I've had life on a roll. Honestly, that's how it feels sometimes. Like everything is just going right. All right, guys. So just continuing um, where I had left off. The next point that I wanted to hit today, when it comes to feeling like nothing is going wrong, is that sometimes we get into this numbness. I like to call it numbness because it's kind of like a routine. It's kind of like a CPU. If you know what a CPU is, it's like those characters that are in the game that just only act when they're in that area around you, or they're doing the same thing consistently every single time, so there's no change in the pattern. And that's all they're there for. Because of that, I say that sometimes we feel numb. We feel like we got this routine in our life that most of us are just going day after day after day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, to the end of the week, right? And then we start over. Um, some of us get into that daze or that numbness where we're not feeling like we're fulfilling anything. We're not doing anything to actually take care of ourselves or give credit to ourselves or even just go out and have a treat for yourself. It's the same consistent get up, work, gym or whatever, and then be at the house and then go to sleep. And the same thing every single day. And I know I felt like that. It was a big thing for me to get used to, but it wasn't me complaining about it. It was just that I always wanted to have excitement. And I got to that stage of if I didn't have it, I was like a cokehead. I needed it. I needed to have that fix of like a little bit of thrill. And then I started realizing I need to project that in a healthier way. Instead of looking for thrills, I need to look for things that improve my whole family mentality, not just mine, or give me that release of dopamine that I need. It's for all of us. It's not just for me. So it's not being selfish no more. So to get out of that numbness, every other week we'll just go to the grocery store together. We'll go to the store together. Like today we went to Hobby Lobby. We picked up some stuff, and I'm making a gift for Valentine's Day for my wife. So I like to give a little suspense, a little secretive, like, hey, I'm making something. I don't want you to know, but I want you to know that I'm making it. If that makes sense, that gets you out of that numbness, out of that consistent. I feel like that is going to happen bad. Well, because you're doing so good in your life, nothing should happen bad if you're not doing anything bad, right? You're not thinking bad, nothing bad's gonna happen. And I know that just doing those little things kick you out of your routine, and you're perfectly like back to normal. You feel good. You feel like you just had a soda for the first time in weeks, or like you just ate the best candy in the world, right? Those are the little things that I try to give myself or give the family. Like this weekend, I'll probably take them to Snack Shack so they can get some fruit in a cup, corn in a cup, things like that to get us out of that routine of every Saturday. I have practice, come home, eat, sleep, watch the kids, and then all day just do nothing. You might go somewhere. But those are the things that you should be looking at when it comes to when you think that there's nothing bad that's going wrong. There's nothing wrong that's happening. It's because it's okay sometimes. It's okay to, but don't keep yourself in a numbing phase. All right, guys, we are at the end of the video today. Went over a few things. Again, the things that we went over, of course, were the feeling numb and the intrusive thoughts. So to finish it off, when you feel like nothing is going wrong, the biggest takeaway I want you guys to get from this video is that it's okay to feel like everything is going good and nothing is going wrong. It's okay to feel like nothing is going wrong and nothing is going good. But just acknowledge where you're at and understand that it's perfectly fine to be where you're at. I used to be a person that was wanting change all the time, and not getting it made me frustrated, and it made me indecisive. It made me depressed. It made me anxious. It made me stressed. And this was like in my late teens, early 20s, where I was feeling like this. But now it's just more of a, I understand that with following God, you need to have patience, and that if you feel like there's nothing that's going wrong, then it's okay. Because what do you want to go wrong? It's like you're constantly telling yourself, I haven't felt like anything has happened bad to me in a while. I feel like everything has been awesome and great, and I feel like my life is been going good, and that's how it should be. That's how life should be. We should feel fulfilled. We should feel like, yeah, it's a routine, but we should feel like we shouldn't be scared of the next thing that comes up. When I was doing a bunch of bad stuff, I had so much anxiety that I was going to get in trouble, or I was going to get caught, or whatever. And that's what made me appreciate where I'm at now, knowing that I can take my time with this stuff. I can take my time with A, B, C, D, all the way down, and that there's no rush. It's perfectly fine to feel like this right now, and I'm happy. I'm joyful. Yes, it does make you a little nervous, just waiting for the next thing to happen. Because as a father, you and a man of the house, you think I gotta be prepared in case the cars break down, in case the washer dryer goes down, in case the plumbing goes down. You know, hundreds of things that can happen to the house. But as long as I am responsible and I put away for those things, and I'm not gonna worry when it comes down to it. I'll be I'll feel more at ease when it happens. Yeah, I'll be stressed at all. God, we gotta wait for this to get fixed. But at the end of the day, you can't control these kind of things. It's not like you can control something breaking down. Now, of course, it's your car. Then yeah, I mean you can get it to a certain extent, but you're not gonna drive it 5, 6 months without oil. Well, you shouldn't. But if you're doing the responsible thing, you shouldn't be too stressed out when things like something bad does happen. But you should be at ease when nothing is happening. Nothing bad is happening either. So I'm gonna finish it off here, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Please give me some feedback. Let me know what the next topic you want it to be. I'm gonna try to post a little bit more on TikTok and Instagram. But thank you guys again. God bless you guys. I love these videos. I love making these videos. I hope I was able to reach someone. And I will see you on the next one.